everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be sharing my 33 weeks pregnancy update. I turned 33 weeks today and I cannot believe there's just 7 weeks left of this pregnancy. Time is flying by and this pregnancy seems to be going so much quicker than when I was pregnant with Lucas. According to my Ovia app, baby is the size of a junior tennis racket. Or when you click on the bakery theme instead, it says that baby is about the size of 3 chocolate croissants. So it's really funny to see the comparisons with the different themes. Or you can choose a fruit or vegetable or a weird but cute animal as well, which is nice seeing all the different things. So at this stage in the pregnancy, baby is almost at their birth length. So the next few weeks will kind of just be focused on them putting on weight as opposed to growing in length. They'll still grow a wee bit in length, but they are almost at the size that they'll be born at. So the next few weeks is just about them getting some more chub on them, like wee chubby cheeks and all that, which is really, really nice to think about. And it makes sense when I am feeling kicks on at the top and the bottom of my bump. It just feels like she is stretching out on there and I can hardly believe that she still even has any room. I can feel sometimes where she's trying to change position and she's not able to kind of get round anymore. So I can get a wee bit uncomfortable when she is just stretching and stretching, trying to move. Baby is drinking up to a pint of amniotic fluid every day as well at this stage, and they are putting on about half a pound weekly now. And I had a growth scan on Monday past, so I was 32 weeks pregnant and baby was estimating to be £4 11 ounces, and that is following our curve on the growth chart as well, which is really good. And doctor said he was completely happy with the estimated weight following the curve. He thought everything looked perfect and baby still looks to be developing well, and my placenta is looking good, and my amniotic fluid levels and everything as well are all looking good. So everything is still looking very positive for me, thank goodness. And baby is looking healthy and happy and still comfortable in there, and hopefully she'll just stay in for as long as she needs and for as long as possible, really, until she is ready to enter the world. So something really exciting this week as well for baby is that they now have their own immune system. Obviously with still being in the womb, my body is still sending antibodies to their little body, and that's all to help them fight off germs and stuff when they are on the outside. And I think as well it's really nice to focus on right now, just with the pandemic going on and stuff. It can be quite a worrying time to be pregnant. So I've kind of been thinking, what is things going to be like in January when she is getting ready to be born? So to just know that she, right now, she has, a little immune system fighting away and stuff does help. And right about now as well, baby is starting to differentiate between daytime and nighttime. As the walls of the womb are getting thinner, more light is getting through, and so baby is starting to be able to tell the difference from obviously in the daytime when I'm up and about and doing stuff to nighttime when obviously it's dark and I am sleeping. Her little eyes are opening and closing, and when she sleeps her eyes stay closed, and when she's awake they're open as well, which is really nice to think about. The past week or two I have been finding it hard to sleep at night. I could be so tired, and as soon as I get onto bed I just cannot sleep for the life of me, and I am finding that I need to go back to sleep in the morning time after Lucas wakes up, and then Luke will get up with him, and then I need to go back to sleep for about an hour, or I just can barely function from being tired. And I try at night time to go to sleep, but sometimes it takes so long that I end up just going on my phone or whatever because I genuinely cannot sleep. About 4 or 5 times every night as well I'm waking up to go to the toilet, which is really annoying because sometimes when I wake up I can't get back to sleep then as well for ages, so it's so annoying to lie there and just not be able to sleep. I think as soon as you lie down and you're like, okay, I'll go to sleep now, your brain starts throwing all these thoughts about things you haven't done yet, or your hospital bag still needing packed, and what things are going to be like when the baby comes home, and all that kind of stuff. It just all goes through your head, or just wee bits and bobs that you haven't bought yet that you start thinking like, oh my goodness, I really need to buy some stuff. So that all that's just going through my head at night time. And as much as I try to breathe and relax and not think about it, the more all the thoughts just flood in, and I can't help but sit and think about it. And plus, it's exciting as well, especially when baby starts kicking. Then whenever it's just you and Bump at night time, and everyone else in the house is sleeping, and you can't help but just enjoy that time, feeling your baby moving inside you, and thinking about what life will really be like with them in the world as well. So it's not all bad. It's not always annoying. Those wee bits where you're just sitting feeling baby moving and focusing on that, they're the nice parts about being awake at night time. I've mentioned in previous videos about when I go walk with Lucas that I am getting a lot more tired quicker each time, and when his wee legs get tired as well and he wants lifted. I do obviously still lift him. He's still, my wee baby, and he just wants up for a wee while. But I am finding sometimes I have to just kind of stop there and hold him and point the birds and stuff. And yeah, I can't hold him for long or anything. But thankfully, Lucas likes getting out just a wee short walk, and then we can come home again. I try not to stay out too long, because one day I was walking around the park and I did get quite sore and uncomfortable, and then I was sore for the whole rest of the day then. So I try and avoid getting to that stage, especially now with being a lot bigger and stuff. I do find myself getting uncomfortable quicker, and it can ruin your whole day if you're just so uncomfortable. And I don't like to complain all the time either, because Luke works so hard. He's still working from home, and so he could have a really busy day at work, and when he comes in at lunchtime or when he's finished at the end of the day, I don't want to be then sitting complaining or anything. I want to be in a good mood and just enjoy our evening together then when he's finished. So yeah, I try not to do too much to get to that uncomfortable stage. Obviously, sometimes it can't be avoided, but overall, I do try to limit what I do. I am also finding recently that I am getting quite out of breath very quickly. Even just talking or anything, even videoing this, I'm finding that I am taking, a breath every so often. And yeah, and it's obviously just baby is starting to take up quite a lot of room, and I can restrict your lungs as well from reaching full capacity, which can make you feel quite breathless. So yeah. So my next scan will be at 35 weeks. It'll just be another growth scan, and it'll actually probably be my last scan unless there's anything that they feel they need to double check again, whether it's baby's growth or the placenta, amniotic fluid levels, anything like that. So, but I think when I was pregnant with Lucas, I think it was around about 36 weeks when I had my last scan. So I can't believe that it is coming to the stage where I will be having my last scan, and then just waiting for baby to tell me she's ready to come into the world. Just over a week ago, I started drinking raspberry leaf tea. I remember drinking it in my last pregnancy, but I didn't start until I think it was 36 or 37 weeks. I started earlier this time just to kind of give my body the benefits of it. Some people think it works and some people think it doesn't, but I just think it's worth a try, and I enjoy the taste anyway, so it's worth it for me, even if it's just to enjoy a nice sweet cup of tea. So I just get the naturally caffeine free organic kind from Holland and Barrett. It was only like £2.50 or something. The little tea bags come individually wrapped, so you just open one each time you're having one and put it in the hot water. And I sometimes leave mine to completely cool down. I like drinking it cold, but it's also nice when it's warm as well. Obviously, I let it cool down a wee bit and drink it just when it's kind of warm, hot, but not boiling. Next week, I will also be starting perineal massage. Um, this is something I planned to do in my last pregnancy, but I just never got round to it. Perineal massage can help in reducing tearing and or the severity of tears as well. So I just think that this time anything is worth a try. So that's why I'm drinking the raspberry leaf tea. That just helps detone your uterus and stuff, and in preparation for giving birth. Perineal massage as well just helps that area kind of stretch and allows that skin to stretch better just as your body is giving birth. And some other things as well that apparently help reducing tears are staying really hydrated and eating nice healthy foods. Different stretching. Obviously, you're looking for pregnancy safe stretching, pregnancy safe exercising, and then position that you give birth on as well. So you're looking to avoid that lying down position and just following what your body is naturally wanting you to do, whether that's being on all fours, leaning up on the hospital bed, squatting, all that kind of stuff. Last time I was lying down on the bed, I had been induced, so baby needed constant monitoring, and so that's why I had to give birth lying down on the bed. This time I am hoping to avoid that, and hopefully if I just follow along with what my body naturally wants to do, it'll just be a lot more comfortable and hopefully quicker. And yeah, so just over a week ago I started with my pregnancy coaching. So that is all pregnancy safe exercising and stretching and different wee workouts and stuff that all help in relieving pregnancy pains and prepare your body for giving birth. So you're stretching out, your different muscles and stuff that are really needed in labour. You're keeping your core muscles nice and strong. I've had a couple of days now at that and I've really, really enjoyed it. I was supposed to start a few weeks ago, but where I live went on the lockdown. So as soon as they opened back up again, I went to one of the classes, and then unfortunately last week they had to close down again because where I live is back in lockdown for 2 weeks. So, but I'm happy enough doing the online Zoom classes. So I've done one of them yesterday, and I'll be doing one tomorrow morning. And hopefully I'll be able to keep this up as well until going in to give birth. It's really important for me, for my body to just stay strong and to really stretch out, my different muscles and to prepare my pelvis and all that kind of stuff for giving birth. Last time in my last pregnancy, the only exercise I would have done would be walking, which was predominantly the same this pregnancy, apart from obviously starting this pregnancy training. I think where I live, this is the first time this has kind of been something that's readily available for pregnant women. 10 weeks after I gave birth to Lucas, I joined the postnatal program with this pregnancy coach as well, and he was brilliant. So I did that for a few weeks, and I really found that really helped me in my postnatal recovery. It just kind of stopped any aches and pains I was having pretty much straight away. And so I knew since then that the next time I got pregnant, I wanted to go both during pregnancy and after again. After uploading my last video, I got a wee comment from a viewer asking if I have experienced any embarrassing symptoms or TMI symptoms, like lots of gas or farting or anything like that. Thankfully, I haven't really experienced much of those symptoms. But even if I had, I've mostly been at home anyway with the pandemic going on. I don't really go into many shops or anything. The most I do is go a wee walk around the park. So we stay away from people. So if I was to struggle with any of those symptoms, I think it wouldn't be so bad. It would probably just be my husband and my son noticing anyway. Probably one symptom that is a wee bit annoying or embarrassing would probably be when I get up off a chair or move a certain way or anything and I make these noises like an animal. I could be getting up and I'm like, oh, or oh. It sounds like I'm like dreadfully in pain, but most of the time it's just because my tummy is getting so big and it's so uncomfortable moving sometimes, and I just can't help but do these groans and sounds. And I think sometimes my son is looking at me like, what is wrong with you? But yeah, that's probably the only thing, thankfully. Even, when I'm going to my hospital appointments and stuff and getting off the bed, I find myself like trying not to make those noises. And I know like some other people do it as well, and especially in pregnancy when you are so uncomfortable. And yeah, but obviously it's not nice to be making all these sound effects when you're just doing something simple like getting off the sofa. But what can you do? I have been getting quite sore recently. Um, this morning, for example, I was so sore. It was the first time kind of experiencing such a bad pain. I was having period like cramps, and I was having like a pain on one side around my pelvic area on the right hand side was really quite painful. I came upstairs and was trying to lie in bed just to take some pressure off. I thought it might have been standing, making breakfast or whatever, but no matter what way I was lying down, I couldn't relieve the pain. Um, I was lying on all fours with my head kind of on the bed, and that gave me slight relief, but it just wasn't going away. So Luke ran me a bath, and I just stayed in the bath for ages. And thankfully, after a while, and it did take a while, but it did shift then, and I was able to get out of the bath then and get ready, and I've been fine since. But yeah, that was really quite uncomfortable this morning. Um, but most of the time when I am sore or anything, it's from either walking too much or lifting Lucas too much, or if I lift him a certain way or something, sometimes I'm just not too careful with how I lift him, or sometimes I find that standing doing the dishes or anything, I get like a stretching feeling in my bump, and I find that I have to kind of lean forward to relieve that. I've been warned by my husband they take it a lot easier and they stop trying to help so much around the house and everything, and he's so good, he does so much, and he's been doing most of the cooking and cleaning, and he's just very good. Obviously, all of that is really helpful too, because when you are having a day where you're just so uncomfortable, it's nice to know that, well, the housework isn't going to pile up, and because that can all be frustrating as well. Baby's movements are getting so strong as well. She looks like she's just going to pop right out of my tummy. She does this stretching thing where I think it's her bum is at the top of my bump and she is facing towards my back. So she pushes out her bum like right out, and it feels like honestly my tummy is going to explode open. But yeah, it doesn't last too long. But sometimes she does it a few times in a row and it does be quite sore and uncomfortable. But obviously, it's ultimately nice to feel her moving and knowing that she is doing okay in there. At my growth scan as well, baby was head down. She was also head down at the last scan before that. I do get some movements where I think maybe she's moved out of the head down position, but mostly I do kind of feel the same kind of kicks and stuff. So I do think she is staying in that position, and hopefully she does stay in that position now until the end, which I can't believe is so close. If you've been following along on my pregnancy journey, then thank you so much. I hope you've been enjoying these videos. If you are pregnant yourself, I hope you're doing really well. I hope baby is developing well as well. And yeah, I hope you're just having a lovely pregnancy. And if you're around about the same time as me, It's obviously a really exciting time now coming up to Christmas, and I'm getting a lot of comments like, oh, what if baby comes on Christmas, or what if baby comes before Christmas? But I'm just hopeful that she stays on until she's at least full term, and then she's welcome to come and meet us all when she feels like it. So yeah, I will show you my bump now. I am getting massive. I feel really big, and I feel like I'm starting to waddle, and yeah. So yeah, bump is getting really big now. It is so obvious that I am pregnant. Even wearing jackets and stuff, I'm finding it hard to zip past the bump, and she's just poking out of everything that I wear. But I absolutely love having a bump. I just feel so blessed, and I just love being pregnant. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to watching my channel, then I would love to have you as a subscriber, and I would love if you give me a wee like on this video as well, and I would love to read any comments or questions you have as well. Like I've said before, if you are pregnant as well, I wish you all the best. I hope you're having a lovely pregnancy. So yeah, I'll be back after my next growth scan at 35 weeks, and I will update you all then.